Get back here, boy! You're fast, boy. But not fast enough.
Get your hands off him, Theodoric!
Well, you're the Larson's boy, aren't you? You've grown since I last saw you.
Call me a boy again and I'll cut your head clean off.
Darren, that's enough.
Ah, well, if it isn't the father, Wallace Lanson.
That's Lord Wallace Lanson to you, Theodoric.
Well, if we are going by official titles, that would be General Theodoric Gilwyn to you as well, my lord.
Titles aside, what are you doing here on my land? You know the agreement. No Gilwyns go across the river.
Well, your boy was here on our side, first snooping around the forests. What do you have to say about that, huh?
Forgive me for my son, but the question still remains. Why are you on my land?
Well, we chased him to bring him to Lord Irwin.
So just because he went over to your land and broke the law, does it mean that you can do the same?
Well, if he wouldn't have crossed the river, we could have avoided all of this.
He's a boy. He didn't know any better. Now, let's make this nice and easy. Hand over my son, and no blood will be shed.
One of these days, Lanson, you won't be able to talk yourself out of every situation. And when that day comes, you won't see nothing but black.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Don't speak. Just get back home to your mother. We'll decide what your punishment will be later.
Come along, Brad.
I didn't mean to go across the river.
But you did, Brad, and that is bad enough. You know exactly why you can't cross the river, and you did it anyway. Just leave. I can't do this right now. What? Was I too hard on him?
A little. Look, you need to get over this feud you have with the Gilwyns, Wallace. I know you and Lord Irwin have a past and all, but this all has to stop somehow, or I don't even want to know what will happen.
I know, Muriel, but I can't. Irwin Gilwyn killed my father. How am I supposed to forget that? How am I supposed to forget how he commanded Eldon Egmond to draw his sword and chop off my father's head? What a scum. He passes the sentence, but doesn't even swing the sword.
I'm not asking you to be able to forget what happened to your father, but I'm asking you to move past it.
I wish I could, but I can't. How's Thea doing?
Still the same, still crying.
It really was a shame what happened to that boy.
You don't say. I sympathize with her. My brother also died because of measles when he was 10. My mother was so sad about it that she slit her own throat because she couldn't handle the loss. But I guess it all happened for a reason. Because if I wouldn't have become an orphan, and I wouldn't have been brought to Airedale, I would have never met you.
Lord Manson, Sir Merrick wants to see you.
Dan, you're back. Did you catch anything?
I found an owl out in the wastelands. Hope you're hungry.
So, tomorrow's your 18th birthday. You excited?
I guess.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just nervous. You don't get crowned king every day.
True. But think about it. You will be King Dane of the Dracaris. And plus, your Uncle Saden can finally step down as the steward of the Dracaris.
Yes, I know. He did his job well. But now, since I will be of age, he can just rest for a while.
Or he will just stay and be the same grumpy old man he always was.
True to that, my friend.
Ah, my lord. So glad you could join us.
The pleasure is mine, Sir Merrick. What's this about?
We've gotten news from our scouts. The king of the realm is coming to Eredel.
King Joseph Povenmire is coming here?
Not King Joseph. It seems they have a new king.
A new king?
Well then, we must get the city ready.
Indeed we must. Leafric, make sure Airedale is ready for the king's arrival.
Yes, my lord.
Good. Now I'm going to go to sleep, so I want everything to be ready by sunup.
Yes, sir.
The king is coming!
Ah, I've always wanted to come here to the east. It's wonderful up here. Oh, hi everyone. Now, you all must be wondering who I am. Well, I'm King Edgar Povenmire. Now, for those who don't know, my father Joseph died a few days ago, which makes me king. So, now that that's over with, where's Lord Wallace Lanson?
I'm here, Your Grace.
Ah, I've come a long way up here to meet you. We have a lot to discuss.
So what brings you here to Airedale, Your Grace?
Please, call me Edgar.
Alright then. So Edgar, what brings you
I
here?
heard you the first time, Wallace.
Sorry, Your Grace.
What did I just say? I gave you permission to call me Edgar.
Sorry, Edgar.
It's quite fine, but anyways, I'm here because I want to form an alliance.
An alliance? What for?
Oh, come on. You didn't really just ask me that, did you? Every man that lives under a rock knows that the Lansons and the Gilwins are at the brink of war, and I'm here to form an alliance, so when this war breaks out, me and you will be prepared. Besides, it seems like you need this alliance. Who else will you go to? The Dracaris are banished, the Paynes are not interested in an alliance, and the Eggmans are allied with us. So you will not only be allied with us, but also with the Eggmans. So, what do you say, Wallace?
Yes, I would be allied with you and the Eggmans, but there's one thing you are forgetting. Why should I trust you? Your father allied himself with the Gilwins in the Great War, in exchange that he would get the throne to himself. And that led to the death of King Allard, the death of Lord Iron's sister, Lydia Gilwin, the banishment of the Dracaris, and the death of my father. All because Allard and Lydia actually loved each other, and Lord Iron was too selfish to accept it. So as long as you are still allied with the Gilwins, House Lanson will never be allied with the Povenmires.
Well, what if I told you that we weren't allied anymore? You know why my father died, right? Lord Erwin killed him.
What? How?
Well, we aren't sure, but all I know is when I didn't hear anything from my father all day, I went to check on him in his room, and he had this sticking out of his chest.
It's a Gilwinian blade.
I have just as much of a reason to be against the Gilwins as you. In fact, it's the same one. They killed both of our fathers. So why would I still want to be allied with those bastards? I bet that alliance doesn't sound that bad now, does it? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be waiting in the courtyard at sunup. If I could have your attention, everyone. As many of you know, this is my last night as your steward. I know it's sad, and I will miss my position, but at the same time it is salvation, because it is finally time for the rightful king to take his place and to lead our people into a brighter future. And to this fantastic event, I would like to propose a toast to the soon-to-be king of the Dracaris.
So, Dane, when you become king, will I become your hand?
It's a little soon to decide that, don't you think?
You will be crowned king tomorrow. It's about time you start thinking about it. I mean, who else would do it? We've known each other since we were 6 years old. You can't possibly trust anyone more than me.
I'll think about it.
Excuse me, Sir Dane, but Lord Satan requests your presence. Ah, Wallace, I was hoping I'd see you this fine morning.
I was hoping to see you too, Edgar. Me, my wife, my oldest son, and my troops will be coming to Helmfirth to finalize the paperwork.
And what of your other 2 children?
They will be staying here with Sir Leifric.
Well, if you don't mind, I've commanded my younger brother Lane to stay here and protect your children, just in case any Gilwen decide to attack while you're gone.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, of course. Who else would protect them? Sir Leifric? He's just a priest. Plus, he's old.
True. Well, I guess with the alliance and all, it wouldn't be a bad idea to leave some of mine and your troops behind. If it's no trouble, of course.
I completely agree. But enough talk. Let's head for Helmfirth.
Ah, beloved nephew.
You wanted to see me, Uncle?
Yes, well, I just wanted to give you some kingly advice, so you will be set on the right course tomorrow.
All right.
Well, what you need to do is be a leader. These men, women, and children will look up to you. Be the king they look up to, and lead the people on a better path. Also, be confident in your plan. And now, maybe the most important part of being a king. Never trust anyone. It really isn't personal, nephew, but what can I say? Family means nothing compared to power.
Where should we put the body, my lord?
Take him out of the city and leave him in the desert to rot.
Yes, sir.
Long live the king.